Obviously, there's an elephant in the room that I think we should address.
Yeah, we should address that.
Obviously, there's 2 instead of 3 now. That is going to be... that is going to be from now on. Yeah. And that was not our doing. Chris just decided to step away from the podcast.
And we support 100%.
We support him. And we are going to eventually have guests on if we
he just walked by. I want everyone to know, these are kind of just like our video diaries. And we're kind of just like doing it for fun.
Fun fact, me and Aiden just got into a
little, just a small fight. I fear.
Tristan, was it a small fight?
The fight was not small.
Okay, you know what?
We're good now. We love each other.
Today we're going to be talking about college life and just like the positive and negative effects of being in college away from home.
Yeah, kind of just. I was just gonna say the same exact thing.
Sorry.
No. As you
we're both from the same place, and so we're like 2 hours and a half away from home, and so we're just gonna talk about our experiences with that. I think the also cool part is that we might have different experiences on it too, because I moved around a lot throughout my younger ages, like younger years, and Aiden didn't.
I've literally never moved.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree. Wait, that was not the right word.
I think we should get into negatives first.
Yeah. There's an image of like the college life that everyone sees, and they're like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have like the best time of your life.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're like a good portion. Like, yeah, like you're getting a little bit of that aspect, but they do not advertise at all like the genuine, like the difficulty of like just like learning how to live with other people that aren't your family. And like for me that was like really hard because like I have like 2 brothers and a sister who I like have lived with my whole life, and like we've all adapted to each other in that like way. Like I can live with them forever, you know, and be good.
And now you're jumping straight into
having to like jumping straight into this and like having to learn people's like how to like handle people's emotions, and like I don't know, like it was more of like, especially for me, I've always been like a little insecure that I was dirty, because like back in my old house, like, my room would get dirty all the time. Like I'm talking depression room, like it would get bad and stuff. So like when I was here, I was like, oh my god, like I'm disgusting, and they think I'm literally like a troll.
Which you're not.
Well, yeah, I mean I'm not, and they haven't said anything, knock on wood. So hopefully they're not secretly hating on me for being dirty, because guys, I'm not.
I get what you're saying, because I think that's so true, especially because we both kind of did random roommates, so you can like, I guess it depends on your college, but
you really did.
I really did. I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, like for me, Chris and Tristan had like a group chat in like December.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a group chat in like December of my senior year. We had like a lore drop and everything. And so like we already like became friends, but like me and Tristan, okay. Alright, he's behind the camera, you guys.
Him and Tristan?
I didn't like Tristan at first. No. Hated is a strong.
Alright.
No, because here's the thing. I want to say my two cents. So I like hear about Chris, and Aiden's like, I love Chris, you're gonna love Chris. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna love Chris. And I hear about Tristan, and it's like, just like that Tristan made a joke that did not go over well.
It was my first FaceTime with him, you guys, and he literally said, he's like, what jean size are you? And I was like, a 29, and he was like, oh, you're not a 27? You're fat. And I was like, oh my god.
The joke.
And like
he's saying it was a joke. It was so a joke. We know
like,
just
granted,
now.
it was funny, but at the time I was like,
Aiden was mad.
Is he really coming for me?
Which valid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, like, obviously that made me hate Tristan, and then I meet him, and I'm like, he's literally the sweetest. He's literally one of my best friends. Why you can meet roommates is on the Instagram
The UTC 2028 page.
UTC 2028.
Okay, so at first, on the UTC account, I saw Griff. We love Griff.
We love Griff.
Literally our
Shout
biggest
out
fan.
Griff.
And I saw him, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, he could be Bessie, like, he could be fun. So I hit him with the DM. And he didn't reply, and like I low-key
But it's like, okay, they worked it out.
But let me explain, like the DM I sent him was like very like aggressive, and I don't know like why I sent that DM to him. It was like, hey, you have to be my roommate. I was like, you just have to be my roommate. I don't like, it was weird. When I saw Chris, I was like, oh,
this.
I was like, oh, because I was like, the only other like he just like, he gave like gay, you know what I mean?
They were both the most flamboyant.
Yeah, literally, and like I just knew we were gonna mess with each other because
sure.
I stalked his Instagram a couple times. So I hit him with the DM. I was like, bitch, you are so fucking beautiful. We need to be friends, and if we could be roommates, I would want that immediately. So I found the text I sent Chris. I literally said, hey, I saw you're looking for a roommate at UCC, and you seem cool as fuck. If you still need a roommate, I would be so down to room with you, LMAO, with 2 crying face emojis. He said, "Oh my fucking god, yes please. What's your snap?"
That's so adorable.
No, it was very cute. I was very happy.
I love you, Chris, and you guys are like
Yeah.
peas and pod.
No, actually. Might I add, and Chris, like literally the whole summer before college, I swear to God, we hung out like every 2 days. Like I swear, we got really close, like really quick. So that's why I was also a little bit more comfortable coming to college, and especially because like I already had you.
Yeah.
And then like the first week of college, like me and
You
Tristan
really
like
clicked.
already clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will
I
say
fear.
my experience was definitely different than Aiden's. My experience was definitely different than yours because my roommates were random, so I obviously didn't know them, but you know, it was okay, like it was fine.
Yeah.
And I definitely ended up like meeting people first semester,
Mhm.
and I feel like you kind of did your own thing, I kind of did my own thing,
Yeah.
and I felt like that was like necessary because us coming to college, it was very much like we're
We
such
needed
good
a-
friends, we
right.
also want to meet our other friends, and we did do that, and then now we're in a friend group together, which is just
Yeah.
like perfect.
But we allowed ourselves to kind of like be individuals first.
Yes, which
And,
I
like,
feel like was so important.
and like now we are like still, because like if we would have went in there like the whole entire time, like it would have been us
Yeah.
every single second.
And I think we wouldn't have gotten as close with the other people. Like you wouldn't have gotten as
Yeah.
close with, because shout out Jane and Abby, I love those girls. But you wouldn't have gotten.
As close with them.
Yeah, and now I'm so close to them, and I wouldn't have gotten as close to them,
Yeah.
and then I wouldn't have gotten as close to Tristan and Chris.
What would
and-
you do if what he said then said would she go?
Oh yeah. So that was kind of my experience more first semester. But I would say like the negative part is just I feel like leaving my family was really hard because, and I know you get that too,
Yeah.
but like for me it was just like I had moved around a lot. Like Tennessee was my 4th state I'd ever lived in, so it was like I was used to moving to a different home, I guess, but I wasn't used to being away from my family. And I also feel like a hard part for me was that like obviously
Your
I have an
siblings?
older sister and then little siblings, and they're so little. They're 4 and 7.
She's like low key like a second mom in a
Yeah,
way.
like I
in
love
a
my
way.
they're literally my
They're your
babies.
babies, yeah.
And so like with my older sister it was fine because she was already in college for 2 years.
Yeah.
So it was like we understood that distance, but shout out Avery, love you. With my little siblings, it was like I was watching them grow up, and then I was
Yeah.
like not gonna see you for a couple months. I'm like that literally broke my heart because they're like my favorite people ever,
Yeah.
and I
They're
don't know.
crazy, by the way.
So crazy.
Might I add?
Crazy.
Shout out to them. But
Shout out Hudson and Skylar. But yeah, I love them. But
yeah.
so I would say that was really challenging for me. And I think my other like biggest struggle for it was for sure my anxiety really skyrocketed when I first got here because of school. Because like
Yeah.
I am always school always like makes my anxiety so much worse. But I think because it was college, it was like so much pressure to like do good. Because in high school it was a lot of pressure, but college it was like a million times that. Because I was like
Yeah.
my parents are paying for these classes, and this is not just classes, it's my future career
Yeah,
is
like,
based
no.
off of how I do in these classes.
Girl.
Like it was just like my anxiety was just
Yeah.
like skyrocketing, and I was every time I would like walk into like my classes I would like start shaking, and I just like was
Yeah.
not having a good time. And I definitely got through that. It's definitely a lot better now. I like learned study habits, and I learned like to tell myself like to calm down, like it's not that big of a deal, like
Yeah.
to calm down a little bit. But I would say those were my top like negatives of
Yeah.
being in college.
I really agree with like the leaving like your family, because like for me, like obviously like you've moved and that stuff, like you've
Yeah.
like you've known how it is to like feel that change and
Yeah.
that stuff. I mean, you haven't been away from your family, but like
No, but you've been in the same house.
the same
Yeah.
house, the same place. I've grown up with the same people. I literally like I was in like my little security bubble. Having to leave like my parents, it was like a really really weird experience for me, because I don't know, it felt like it was like the death of my childhood, which like obviously like I'm an adult like now, like I can admit that, but it was like coming to terms with the fact that I really am an adult. Like there's not going to be a day in my life again where I can have zero worries. Like there's no money
Yeah.
worries, there's no worries about school, there's no worries about literally anything, and there's not ever going to be a day like that.
And
in
then
my
you can
life
just like
again.
lie in your bed and like
And
it's a Saturday after high school.
I can do
Yeah.
absolutely nothing and not have a care in the world. That like genuinely that will never happen for me ever again in time. Like what?
Even knowing you, I feel like you're still not gonna have a care in the world.
okay, but like yeah, but like you know what I mean though. Because
fully do.
Because like I don't have like anxiety or anything, but like there's always something in the back of my head telling me, oh, like you're missing something, like you're missing something. But another struggle I would like to add was in high school I didn't really like try at all, like in the slightest. I mean, you remember, babe. It was bad. Like I didn't try, and that's on me. Like I passed all of my classes. I got good grades. It was just like everything was so easy that I didn't have to like work hard to get a good grade, and like so I didn't build any study habits. I didn't like have an understanding of really like how I worked when it came to that stuff. So coming to college and like just being thrown straight into that, I was like, oh my gosh, like it was definitely like a shock to me, and safe to say I wasn't ready, but still passed all my classes, so knock on wood, but I am proud of that.
No, and you were doing good, and I feel like you really had to teach yourself, because you're right, like you were so that student in high school who don't even get me started.
This will make you mad.
I'm literally not trying to make it stop myself at all, but I would study for hours because I am that kid who needs to study. I need to study, and I would study for hours the night before or a couple days before for history, for math.
History, heavy on that.
Heavy on that history class. Mainly history and math, I would say, because those are like the really memory classes. And Aiden we would get to class, I'd be like, I studied for hours, and Aiden would be like, I didn't study at all. And he would do so much better than me. I was like,
Bella, she'd be so upset. She'd be looking at me, she's like, don't say it.
I can't.
Don't say
like, this.
Also,
okay.
Quotation marks right now. Bella's grandpa are basically our manager.
Yeah.
He gave us advice. We are going to stop the potty mouth, you guys. We are working on the potty mouth, as specifically me.
Specifically me too.
I'm working on it. Thank you for the advice. No,
I'm gonna give him a shout out. We love Grandpa.
We love you. This one was one of my main ones. Well, no, like leaving my parents.
Yeah.
Was the biggest one for me, and I still think about it every single day because I struggle with calling my parents every day because I have this thing where it's like out of sight, out of mind. Like,
I get that.
And it's not because I don't love them, and it's not because they don't hold a place in my heart, because they are the most important things to me. Like the most.
It's just your brain just doesn't.
I am so like whatever's happening in front of my face right now is the only thing I can focus on. So anyways, that's besides the point. I had a lot of friends at the first semester. Like I had like an extreme amount of friends. I was doing something every single day. There was plans every day, and I also had to juggle like schoolwork too. It was such a hard thing for me because back in high school, if you remember, I was very much the type of person to like cancel plans, and like I'd like make excuses to not hang out, and like I just wouldn't hang out with people that much because like I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
So it was like, whoa.
And
what is going on?
I think you were better at saying no in high school because you could kind of be like, yeah, like I have plans with my family, or my mom said no to a sleepover.
It's
but
like I can't do that here.
Here it's like
I had so many.
You could show up at my dorm and we're hanging out. Like
it's really overwhelming, especially because I'm the type of person who needs to recharge my battery, and here it's like you can't do that.
Yeah. Like time management is so hard in college.
I can't even it's horrible.
I feel like, I don't know about you, because I feel like we had very different high school experiences family wise.
Yeah.
But for me, like I would get home and either I would like go to a sport and then come home, do homework, dinner, watch TV, sleep. That was like my schedule.
Wait, let me say mine.
Yeah.
Mine was I'd get home, I'd make a peanut butter waffle. That I'd have a YouTube video, and most likely it was probably like an old Shane Dawson video. I don't know. Okay, whatever. I know he's canceled. No big deal. But anyways, I'd watch that, and I'd have a peanut butter waffle. I'd eat that. I'd pass out of my bed, and then I'd wake up at like 5:36. I know, wasted already.
No, you're good. This just shows the difference between
us. And so then I'd wake up, and then I'd hang out with my family until like late. And my mom worked at the same school. I worked at the same school that I went to, so she'd always tell me, she'd be like, girl, you need to go to bed. But yeah, I kind of just chilled most of the time.
Yeah.
Like I really just chilled. I never really had like a set schedule, but every day I was gonna make a peanut butter waffle after I got back from high school.
Valid. I think that's
like you're a very time-oriented scheduling person.
Yeah.
I'm not. Like,
well, I think it was honestly, if I'm being fully honest, and I love them so much. It was half me, half my parents.
Yeah.
It was half like they very much wanted us on a schedule, and also just me wanting to be on the schedule. Like it wasn't even then, because honestly, I would get home and before dinner, I was like, I want to do my homework. Like, it was
Yeah.
like, I need to get this done before I get this done, before I get this done. And someone said it's OCD, but you know. Coming to college, it was like, whoa, I figured out what naps were.
Yeah, girl.
I figured out what naps were, and I was missing out. I was missing out.
You were missing out because I figured out what naps were the minute I walked into freshman year. I was like, oh, hi.
I never, and it's not like I'm napping, like, not naps to the point where I was like being lazy. Just it was like college was draining my
No,
bitch ass.
Bella
Like,
she would get out of class and I swear she would nap and it would be like, 5 o'clock? And I'm like, guys, where's Bella? And then I get like a snap from her and she's like, she looks like busted and she's like, hey, good morning.
rejuvenized,
No,
and
she
I'm
would
like schoolwork,
love-
and then I'm like, hey guys.
No, and literally same with me. Like I had this thing where my schedule last semester was like really good.
Yeah.
I get out of class like every day, like at around 2, I would be done. with-
Ours was the opposite. Mine was horrible last semester,
Mine's
amazing
horrible
this semester,
this
and
semester,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
No, but at like 2, I'd be done with all my classes and I would lock in. I would lock into my schoolwork. Like, I mean, I'd sit there and I'd be like, for hours. So then it's like 6 or 7 o'clock and I like was in the library for like a really long time. And then I would, I'd stay up till 4 o'clock every night. And then the cycle would repeat. And now I'm to the point where I'm sleep deprived and I don't know what's gonna happen because I seriously think it's starting to affect my health, but that's okay.
He needs to get more sleep. I will say sleep is like hard. It's so hard
It's
in
so
college
hard.
because like getting into now.
As we're saying this, it is 3 o'clock in the morning as we're filming this.
You know, sorry mom and dad. I mean, but getting into like the responsibility part of it all, literally, as this is an example, like you do have to have like a certain type of responsibility because
Yeah.
it's like you gotta get your work done. Your parents aren't on your grades. Like
You
fix
know,
this,
like,
fix this.
You know what you need to be doing.
You know what you need to
You
be
know,
doing.
yeah.
It's just hard. It's
You
like,
know when you can party, you know when you can like
yeah.
hang out late, like
It's like, oh, but it's also like overnight.
oh
so
my gosh,
much.
wait. I swear first semester, you guys, I didn't have a Brita. I didn't have a water purifier. I went weeks without water. I
It
swear.
was unhealthy.
It was to the point where
I
I
was
thought,
bad at
like,
it.
I thought I was malnourished for a second, like, cause I only drank water when I was home. Like, I drank water, like, I drink like 8 cups of water a day because my mom she was like really hard on that. So like I drink like 8 cups of water a day. Okay, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you right now.
I could not keep it straight.
I'm lying to you right now, but I drank more water than I did first semester. Okay.
Yeah, and by the way, like in college, bring a Brita. Like you need to bring
bring a Brita.
You need a Brita because.
Or if not a Brita, like get a thing that connects to like the
Can I?
Faucet.
faucet.
Thanks, Tristan.
Yeah.
Can I say the story? Basically, keep in mind, first couple days.
Well.
This is what I should have remembered, but when you're sick, you're like out of it. First couple days at college,
Oh, no.
I fully drank tap water. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine.
Who was gonna tell her?
Who was gonna tell her? I thought it was fine, and then I realized when I had a Brita, and I was like, oh wait, what? So then I asked people, I was like, wait, is tap water like not? Is it like a bad?
Chattanooga tap water is about the worst tap water that you can drink.
I was like, is it a bad thing to drink up?
It's literally
I had one moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's an environmental injustice, I swear.
Basically, like I had to say that part of the story because I did at one point drink tap water,
Yeah.
and a couple months ago, I was like so sick, and I slept from like 1 a.m. to what was it, 7 p.m.
Yeah, why do I fully remember this? Like
Yeah,
it was like
it was
all
recently.
day. Like
It was like 1 a.m. to like literally 7
I
p.m.
was
I
like,
fear.
where is Bella? Like actually where is Bella?
It was bad. Was it this semester?
Oh my
It
god.
was this semester.
When you got so mad at me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It was so bad.
Yeah.
So it was actually a couple weeks ago. I
No,
fear.
this was like honestly like ever
2
gonna
weeks
be
ago.
2 weeks ago.
It feels like 2 months ago. What is
Yeah.
wrong with time? It's 7 p.m. and I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. But not only do I wake up and it's 7 p.m., I feel like a train hit me.
You should have seen how this girl looked.
I feel like I haven't drinking water in years.
I saw a photo of her. She looks like that one scene in the end of the SpongeBob movie where it's like Patrick and SpongeBob under the light and they're like dried out. Sorry. Do you get what I'm referencing?
I was just not okay. And at this time, my roommate forgot her Brita at her house, so the Brita wasn't in our dorm at the time. And I was like, what am I gonna do? I don't have water. And I was so never been this stressed in my life. I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And this was so a sick moment because I could have drinking tap water.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't just like.
I so could have.
No, you like easily.
I
could've.
so could have, but I just didn't think to. I was like, I could have drinking tap water. I could have walked to the pod. I literally.
You could have gotten in the shower and went like this.
I
You literally could have done that.
literally anything because of how sick I was. You would have thought you would have done
Wait.
anything. I call Aiden. Doesn't answer. Like fucking usual.
I was asleep.
I call.
I will ask Tristan. I really was asleep.
I call Chris. Doesn't answer.
Your first issue. Let me step in here. One thing is, Aiden never gonna answer the phone. If you have an emergency,
Don't call.
don't call him. He's not gonna answer. Text.
No, but you weren't good in this
He's
story
gonna die.
either, Tristan.
We'll get there. Chris, his phone's always on do not disturb. You call him, you get, hey, it's Chris.
That's his voicemail.
If you have an emergency, call me. I will always
Oh, but
answer your
don't.
phone.
Oh, but
no.
don't.
Your story that
So-
I'm in the wrong about.
I will. I call Tristan, and he picks up, and I'm like, thank God. I was so dramatic. I was so.
She was doing too much.
The most.
But you
No.
pissed me off.
I did not. I
I
did.
called Tristan, Tristan, I'm really sick right now. Like, I don't feel good. Like I really need water right now. Keep in mind, I feel like this is a good backstory I need to add in. I'm always here. I don't have time to make friends with people in Lockmiller. And Tristan goes, does no one in Lockmiller have water?
Logical question.
And I was like,
logical question.
Tristan, I don't know if anyone in Lockmiller has water right now. I don't, which logically I could have gone to my neighbors and like, do you have water? But I didn't think about it, okay? I was mad because keep in mind, like, you're in a bad mood already. I'm like, oh, I don't know, like, oh, whatever, it's fine, bye. So then I'm like texting Aiden, or Aiden and Chris text me and they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm actually really sick right now. So then I see that on their location,
Granted, you also posted on your private story, I need water so bad, and we both did see that. I'm sorry, that doesn't help my
I
case.
see on their location that they're driving towards Lockmiller, and I'm like, oh my God, like they're so sweet, like they're gonna bring me water, like that's so sweet.
Little did she know.
Little did I know they're going to get food at the dining hall, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Like I'm sitting there so sick, never been this sick in my life. That's a little dramatic. but-
That is dramatic.
That is dramatic. And I'm just like,
You were that sick last week.
I
Let's be real.
was crying. Like I was that sick and hurting that I was in so much pain that I was just crying and I was like so mad.
And Tristan and Chris didn't even clock that we still need to bring her water. We were on the way back from Crossy and I was like, guys, who's gonna come with me to bring Bella water? Knowing damn well that I wasn't gonna drive because I'm not driving. So we ended up bringing the water to her. I swear, and this is the petty part of the story. I walked all the way up those stairs and then it's like 3 flights of stairs. Like I'm winded at this point. I have my Stanley Cup, which I graciously had to wash. Granted, and in the straw that's in the Stanley Cup, there is like a little ring of mold and I couldn't get it out and I still let her drink it even though she was sick. So that's on me.
So that's why I'm still sick to this
No,
day.
okay, that is not why. But anyways, I knock on her door and I'm like, Bella, like here's your water. She's like, hey.
I was sick.
She's like, thank you. I was like, I love you. She's like, I love you. She literally like whispered under her breath. She's like, I love you. And like she didn't mean it in a mean way because like she was already like a little upset because like granted any time that I'm sick, literally any time
No,
that I'm sick.
that's what pissed me off. Like, what can I do for you? Can you bring
No.
me a Coke? Yeah, no problem. Can you bring me Advil?
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
No, when I'm sick in college, I swear I treat Bella like she is my mother.
Yeah.
Like I'm like Bella, I have to cuddle with you and lay on you. And I'll do that for like hours.
Let me tell my story, because I'm really asking valid questions, because mind you, the 2 roommates are asleep. I'm sitting here doing my homework. Across
The
campus.
2 roommates.
Across campus. And I'm like, oh, like does the whole like apartment not have water? Like, have you asked your roommates? Like, nothing. Is there nothing in the office, the pod? Can you not go to Crossy? That's on the block?
Bella, you could have just walked to Crossroads.
You could.
No, honestly, when you word it like that, I was being a dramatic ass bitch. I see that. Fully. Please. But yeah, responsibilities I feel like is just like a big thing. But I will say, I have texted my mom and been like, can you send me medicine? And she has. For that.
I am pretty sure that I go to my mom. Well, pretty sure. I go to my mom about literally every single thing.
Yeah. Oh my god, I call her and I'm like,
Mom,
So-
like, how do I like tie my shoelace? Like, how do I like fix my hair and make it look cute? Like, I don't, like, I go to my mom about everything. And I call my dad when, like, I hate this professor, I don't know what to do. Another negative, when you go a couple days without, you know, like, in high school, like, I go a couple days without throwing on a fit, you know? When I came to college, it felt like I needed to throw on an outfit every single second of my day. Multiple outfits a day. Like, I mean, it was insane. Just because, like, I don't
what do you
know
mean,
what.
like wear an outfit or like a good
Like,
one?
no, like a good outfit. Like, I thought I had to, like, PTSO. No one's gonna get what PTSO means. Put that on. I'm
Put
not.
that shoe on.
Put that shoe on. No, I'm not cussing
gonna
anymore,
get
you
water.
guys. So, like, it just literally the pressure of having to put on like a good outfit every single day when I used to be wearing like cheetah print pajama pants and like my Scooby Doo like and
Cookie Monster.
my Cookie Monster pajama pants. Like I was a major pajama pants wearer. When I was here, I just thought everyone was thinking like, oh, like he's ghetto if he wears pajama pants. So like, like I thought everyone would think that about me because everyone here just seems very like, hi, like my name's
Very
Bella Hadid.
pretentious.
I think it's
Like
that.
very pretentious.
No,
yes, that's a
I
good
think
word.
it's that your roommate's Chris Virgo.
Also, I'm saying like I had to put good outfits on, and I'm literally wearing like this beat
No,
grab
that's cute.
sweater and like jeans.
No, that's cute.
Thank you. Bow.
But I do get what you're saying though because, but I feel like is this gonna sound crazy or like why did we have like opposite college experiences? Because like my first semester was kind of opposite because in high school I would always dress cute.
I remember.
So I felt like I needed to do that in college too, and then I kind of realized, wait, I can just wear sweats to class.
Like, who cares?
Like I can wear sweats to class.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot better this semester.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It's just like high school. I would like, it was jeans or leggings every day.
Bella had this one outfit, my favorite outfit she's ever worn to this day.
I'm gonna wear it when it gets hot.
Please.
Just for you.
It was this like brown tank top, but it was kind of like a thin like linen
Yeah.
material. I don't know like what type of material, and she'd wear this like cute little bra underneath.
Soft, kind of sheer.
Yeah, kind of sheer. And she'd wear like these light wash jeans or the gray jeans, either one of those. And she would like do her hair. She looked so good in this outfit. Like I told her every single time she wore this outfit, I was like, "Oh, girl!
Every time
can
I
I get
love
the
that
bill? Can I get the bill?" No, but yeah, the outfit ate. But let's get into the positives of college.
Yeah, that's definitely the positives.
So there isn't
Yeah.
any.
I mean-
I'm extremely grateful to be here.
Yeah,
The amount of money that it costs and like how much.
So grateful.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for my
we're both
parents.
so grateful.
Yes,
I-
might I add.
We wanted to disclaimer. I will say freedom is gotta be top.
So amazing. Like the
Yeah.
freedom, it felt like, wow. Like, because like I was saying earlier in the podcast, I was talking about how like I was mourning the death of like my childhood, but like I'm an adult. Like I can
Right.
do what I want.
And to just like go grocery shopping or
Yes.
do, which can suck because the money adds
Yeah.
up, but also just like just being like, I want to go to this frat party tonight. Like, whoa.
Like, oh, it's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, like I can't go to bed. I really just want to go on a walk. I don't even have to text my parents. I'm going on a walk. Like I'm
Yeah.
just going on.
Or
a
like
walk
I sleep here like,
all the time.
what is it, twice a week?
All the time, and I love it.
At least
I love
last
it.
week.
At least.
I sleep here all the time because they're my best friends and I'm
You
always
might
here.
as well just sleep here tonight. It's really late.
I don't know. I'll walk. And it's like I can be like I'm sleeping here instead of being like, hey mom, can I sleep over at Aiden? It's like
Right.
but then it's like I think something so weird is that then what people don't talk about is then you go home for breaks.
Oh, let me get you
I guess
started.
this is kind of a negative, so I guess we're a little bit going back.
Yeah,
to
we're
negatives.
okay. Very.
But it's
a
connected to the positive.
Yeah. Okay. When you go back for the breaks, it's like so amazing because it's like you're back home. You know what I mean? It's like you immediately jump back to how you're feeling when you're back home. Like, oh,
Yeah,
so good. Having to come back
to rules is what.
to rules. Okay, I'm talking about having to come back to college. Are you talking about having to go back
yeah.
to? Oh, so then we have two different like ideas of this, because having to come back to college is absolutely so humbling. I hate it so much. I love it here, but like.
We do have two different ideas.
But like I love being home. It feels like a very much a safe place where I have no worries and like no responsibilities. And like when I'm here, it feels like why am I getting pulled every which way? Like, what do I do? You know what I mean? Anyways,
No, I completely
yeah,
get that.
you
For
have
me,
a different.
it's a little different because my parents definitely do still have rules for me when I go home. It's like, be home at this time. I will say they're definitely way more easygoing than in high school.
Yeah.
But it's still like they want to know where I am, which is valid.
Yeah, understandable.
I'm staying at your home. I will say for me, it's like, and I was talking to my parents about this the other day, it's like, I see that at my home, but I also see this at my home. Like,
Yeah.
I do love being here, but obviously I'm going to love being with my family more, because not only are they my family, but also I don't need to do school. Like, I don't have to go to class there. So it's
For
kind of
me-
like being there is like a breath of fresh air for me.
Yeah. For me, it's kind of just like, I don't have to worry about anything that I'm doing, anything that I'm saying. I don't have to worry. I
Yeah.
literally don't have to worry about anything. Like here, I feel like everything that comes out of my mouth needs to be calculated. You know what I mean? Unless I'm like with Bella, Tristan, and Chris, and like the girl. Well, you know my close up. The girlies that no. When I'm back home, like I can be like, oh my gosh, like I can do whatever I want, and well, not whatever I want because obviously, like my parents do have rules for me, but it's just
Yeah.
Another positive that I want to get into is. It was a negative as well, but it can also be a positive. Having so many like people to meet and like having
Yes.
so many friends, it's kind of amazing because like you're getting like an idea of like how to like handle different people and like different people's personalities.
Yes.
Like you're meeting such a wide variety of people. Like it really teaches you a lot on how to just like communicate with people.
Yeah. And
Like-
how small high school is.
Yes, high school, you think in your head, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so big. You don't even understand the extent of it.
Yeah.
I feel like I've met more people in college than I've met in like my entire life.
So
like,
many. I also to like piggyback
Yeah.
off of that, something that I realized too is you're kind of like all thrown into college, because I feel like it is a very fast thing. It's kind of like overnight you're on your own. In college, your friendships move so fast.
so fast.
Like,
if you get close
All
to someone
of a sudden,
like that,
Tristan and Chris became my best friends so quick, because Aiden was already obviously my favorite person ever. Tristan and Chris became my best friends so quick, and also my downstairs girls, Jada and Abby, became my favorite people so fast too. And so it's just like, I don't know, you meet these people and you just click, and
Yeah.
it's because you're just
all like
with each other all the
experiencing,
time,
and you're experiencing like the same stuff.
yes, it's
So
your first time in college.
It feels like such a community here,
Yeah.
especially in bowling apartments. The best dorm complex, I think, in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I can admit that. Everyone that lives in bowling, love you. So I just feel like you can hang out with someone 3 days in a row. All of a sudden, that person is your best friend.
Yes.
All of a sudden, like that person knows more than anyone else knows about you.
Literally.
Like it's insane how quick stuff moves here.
Literally, in college, you will literally meet the best and worst people in your life, because it's like,
And I mean the worst, but the best too.
there are some people in college that's like, oh, why are you here?
Right. Like, oh, didn't know I was gonna be seeing you.
Yeah, but like, that's not even like to shit talk or anything. It's just like, you weren't meant to be in my life, I was meant to be in your life. That's okay. But
yeah.
the best people, there are a really good amount of people I've met here that are the closest friendships I've had in a while.
Mhm.
Like, I have my girls from before I came to college, and you guys know who you are, and they are my girls, and the people I met here are just like my people too, and I just
Yeah.
like love it, and just making a community here, and especially our friend group. I feel like our friend group is
Right.
such a good friend group.
No, it's a very good friend group. I feel like it's a good friend group because like we all are like very communicative, whether in a good way or in a not good way, with our emotions.
Yeah.
So it's like if there's an issue, believe me, that issue's gonna be handled.
Yeah.
So, and not that there's been a lot, because there hasn't, but like, it's very like, and we're very open to like forgiving people.
I think the last positive thing I want to say
Yeah.
is the parties. The
Oh,
parties are so fun, and just being
Um,
able to enjoy that with your people. It's
okay.
amazing.
Me and Bella were not losers in the slightest way, like when we were in high school, might I add, but I just want to say
We
that
had
we
knew
had,
people.
we knew people, but like, there was like parties, but they weren't like big. And I thought it was advertising in high school, like, I thought there was gonna be like ragers and stuff. And granted, like, there were, but like,
There were a couple parties, but
they weren't like Project
They
X, like, they
weren't.
weren't, it wasn't what I was like expecting. And coming to college, like, I was like ready.
They were like
kickbacks. Yes, exactly. And then an occasional actual party, and it would be a horror story, and something would happen every single time. But anyways, the parties here, like, and the frats guys aren't supposed to get let in, but unfortunately,
Aiden gets let in.
I enticed my way into there. Well, actually, no. I'm just like, hey.
The frat men?
One of these, unfortunately.
But I will say, like, if you go to a frat, at least for our college, if you go to a frat and you're with a ton of girls and you're a couple gay guys and it is obvious you're gay, like you're obviously not a threat,
You're getting let in.
you're gonna get let in. I mean, you're with a ton of girls, so we would always show up with a ton of girls
And the
and
time,
are gay.
yeah, and the
fine.
time they would deny us of getting in, I swear, one time I literally saw Chris.
Oh.
Fully, this frat guy was like, "Hey, you're not getting in." And he's in literally thigh-high boots and like little booty shorts. It was like Halloween. It was his Halloween costume. He ran.
No,
the
he
frat
didn't
guy.
even run. He was like, hey, you're not allowed to go in. This kid was like here. Chris and like the 3 girls were here. And he was like, hey, you can't go in. And Chris was just like, keep walking, and he just fast
And
walked.
Chris has
Got it?
like model legs. Like he has long legs. I'm like trying to keep up like a little ant behind him.
Me too. I'm like, Chris, he sees you.
No, me and Bella
And,
are
like,
like,
he
me and
sees
Bella,
you.
me and Bella are like,
I'm like, he sees you, Chris. And
No,
he's
like-
like, I know, just keep walking. I'm like, Chris, he sees. And I'm like, why am I following him?
no,
I can
literally.
easily
you
get in.
can- Also, I will say it was very easy for me to get into these frats because when I go out, I'm looking good.
Well,
Okay, I know this is like really off topic, but let me give some advice to the gay guys that are coming to college and are like really partying and all of that stuff. If you like live in the South and that stuff and you like love to go out, like be careful when you go to the bars because there's, especially if you're feminine, because there's not a single time where I go out and like someone doesn't say something. Like someone says something every single time that I go out. And not that I'm like scared for my life or whatever, but it's just like be careful.
have people around
Have
you.
people
that you know
around
can
you and
protect you.
make sure you always have a pocket knife at least because you do have to be safe.
And if anyone clocks Aiden around me, just
Clock.
wait.
Period.
Just wait,
Please
'cause
try
I
it.
will clock.
Me and Bella love you guys.
We love you.
Bye,
Thank you
guys.
so much for watching.
Boy bye.
Boba, come back.
Okay.
Come back next Wednesday, please, or else you're lame.